ke a tseba bongata ba tlile mo especially batho ba baholo ba tlabe ba re Malema re kopa dikipa re fe dikipa ke yona ntho e le bolaileng yona eo ya dikipa yona eo ka o rata dikipa. That's why le today le sa sebetse ka o rata dikipa. Ba le file skipa sa Mandela ka 1994 mosebetsi dololo RDP nothing a o sebetse a ona ntlo skipa o stotsi ba o fa skipa sa Mbeki ba so fe mosebetsi ba so fe ntlo ba o fa skipa sa wa tlhoka re ke Pathanat till today awa thola mosebetsi o thotse skipa. Today ba o file skipa sa motho wa nko e kima ke o before re bona sfatlo re bona nko mo skipeng ba le reka ka dikipa ba re ha re wa bua a re sebetse bana ba rena ba ile ko dikolong a re sebetse ba re nka skipa ape tšhelete re tholang ya modende e kenyana nka skipa ba le reka ka dikipa bana ba lena ba ka se sebetse dikipa bana ba lena they will never go to school ka mara skipa a re tloeleng o rata dikipa o feta future ya bana ba rena. Let us be obsessed with the future of the children of South Africa, not the love for the t-shirt. Dikipa ba tlo lefa ba lefele di food parcel because ba concludile hore le rata dintho tsa no. You have nothing to do with the future. I don't live for now. I live for the future. Ebatako wena as a young person, I don't see this t-shirt. I see the future because I've got a giraffe view. I can see that if I take this t-shirt now, I will be destroying the future of the unborn children of South Africa. Today, Hammewa Kalimewa Hau, Hankevaska accept a skipaka 1994. Me and you will not be suffering. Future, they were supposed to have shaped it in 1994.
You know, I had to let you watch this video until the end so that we can both be in the same page as we try to give you our analytics about what the Commander-in-Chief, the President of EFF, Julius Malema, had said today in his meeting. Because, you know, sometimes it is very good things that you get to understand the message behind his bold language. And sometimes you might not also be able to watch the whole videos. So we had to put some, to try to summarize some points and bring it up to you so that you can watch, and then we'll try to do our commentary after you had watched the video. So once again, welcome to Cool Base, welcome back to another video. Please do stay tuned with us as we try now to bring you point by point on what the President of EFF have said in this video, guys. You know, it is very important to know, because some of the things that Malema say, there are things that make sense when you get to sit down and try to understand on your side. Try to look where we're coming from, where are we, and where we're going. From then you'll be able to understand the message behind this speech that Julius Malema usually gives time to time. Because sometimes people, we seem to have that blind eye. We turn a blind eye when it comes to people who speak sense. Yes, we look aside. Sometimes we get to wait only when this person, they're no more alive. When they are gone, then we start now missing them, remembering them as much we do still remember people such as Muammar Gaddafi, Steve Biko, and so many African leaders who were busy fighting for the African people. Yet, people of that time, not all of them did not understand the message. not all of them did pay attention to what they had to say. And when it is late, when these people they are no longer alive, that is when people they start now opening up their eyes to understand what had really happened. So it's something that with our generation, we're not gonna sit here and just pretend like we are not listening to someone who's talking things that make sense, or we're not gonna try to do our best on our side to see on how we can contribute to this fight. I think that is the problem that we're having so far. You get to see some people like Julius Malema, the way they've been busy talking each and every day, talking about 1, 2, 3, 4 things. And at the same time, they get serious fights, visible and invisible. Guys, you don't have any idea of how many fights that such as a people as a Julius Malema do have. You don't know how many courage does it take for someone like Julius Malema to be talking the way he talk. Yes, people like Julius Malema, they got killed any time because he's becoming like someone whom the master they don't like to see. They will try by all means to make sure that they eliminate them and they destroy them. But yet, you just heard for yourself in the message that he's not afraid. And actually is even more proud, knowing that now they are having more than 1 million of Julius Malema. So if you had to kill one Julius Malema, then you must know that you have just dropped a drop of water in the oceans. Because
hey, Mara knitting. You must die with your conscience intact. You must die with a clear soul and conscience. Uskasha ubula ke pilo o jile tšhelete ya batho. Nale ba ka fitla ke robetse ba mpia sethunya ba re repeat what you said. Go northwest, I will repeat it. And when I repeat it, but shoot the coward. You will never kill my ideas. I've already spoken my ideas. Today, I speak to you in the whole of South Africa. There are more than 1 million Julius Malemas. You cannot kill all of them. You can only kill one. So, don't be scared. Tell the truth. Badar warwana, ngwano wa tella, ha tlhompi batho ba baholo, mara ha ba ntse ba le one ba re hey, o re botsa nnete. Nnete yona wa e bua shem. It's not what they say. Ha ba bona batho, la ba bona di camera. Speak the truth, because how robala bosiu, you reflect about what happened during the day. Wabor mara speech isela samalema. Now you are alone. When you are with people, now you are alone. Orei, neti wa ibua shem. And alua now batla we ibua neti eu. Uachaba because you are a coward and you want to make me a coward. I refuse to be a coward. I am the mouth of my people. I will speak for my people without fear, without favor. If death is coming, it will find me ready.
Because the EFF, recently, they have totalized about 1 million, more than 1 million members of the EFF. That is not a joke. Because that 1 million, if they had to say that each and every member of the EFF should bring at least 10 people in the party, you don't know what is that. And for those who always watch me time to time, when this campaign of the EFF started, I said to you, I said, guys, EFF, they know what they are doing. They already calculate everything. And they can see on how they can take out the ANC from power. And the only things they needed some trusted men, some EFF members whom they know that we can lack of any voters, but these people, they still gonna vote for our party. And they calculate. They say, in South Africa political election, if you are having about 4 million to 6 million of voters, you be automatically be elected as a president of the republic. So what can we do? Well, it's going to be a very challenging if we have to go and look for 10 million of people or for 6 million of people to come and vote for the EFF. Instead, we only need 1 million of EFF members. If we can achieve this 1 million of EFF members, then we'll have the voters. And that is how they end up dividing into different numbers, amount of numbers in a different province. That each and every province, they should achieve at least this amount of members. And today, as they have launched it in the official website, EFF, they are having 1 million members. Now, let's go in a very simple mathematics, me and you. That 1 million members, if they have to ask only one member to bring 5 to 10 people, or to ask, not even to bring them in the EFF, but to ask them to vote for the EFF. Let's say you are a member of the EFF, and now here's the vote coming, and you tell your householder, you told your wife, you told your husband, you told your cousin, your aunties, you try to convince them. Each one of us, do you know how family members do you have? I believe we all have a lot of family members from our mother's side, our father's side. We have cousins, we have aunties, we have uncles. And if you have to go through them, trying to talk to each one of them and say that, guys, please, in this election, vote for the EFF. I believe even 10 people, they are nothing. Because all these people I'm mentioning here, they're just from your family, excluding your friends. What about if you tell your friends? What about if you tell your colleagues at your place of work? What about if you tell your church members? So you can tell already that one person can actually even bring more than 10 people, but the minimum, let's put it 10 people. Now, let's say if every member of the EFF bring 10 people. Currently, EFF, they are having 1 million members. And one thing I know for sure is that this 1 million members, they are people who have committed and got baptized in the EFF. Them, it is EFF or nothing. So they already, EFF is having a minimum of 1 million votes for sure, which is guaranteed in their behalf. Now, if they have to bring 10 by each member, they'll be having about 10 million members who will have to still to vote for the EFF. And these 10 million members, obviously, it will give the EFF power. Do you now get to understand the mathematics which the EFF they have done long time ago? That is the reason why you get to see the president of EFF, Julius Malema, responding to John from DA, because the DA, after the Palapala report have been submitted by an independent panel, the DA, remember, had called for the early election. And on the other side, the EFF was supposed to support the DA so that they can go ahead and organize the early election. When they're talking about the early election, because the general election will take place in 2024. Okay? Now, when the DA, they are calling the early election, which means they want the election to take place by next year, 2023, because we're in December already. So before June or before somewhere there or July, they should organize the election and they should elect a new president. So Ramaphosa should remain in power, okay? He should remain in power until he organizes the election, then he can go, according to the DA. But recently, I did play a video for you guys where the president of EFF, Julius Malema, rejecting that option, saying that he don't want the DA proposal. He don't want the early election because the DA, they are representing the master, and they have everything. They'll support them. When we're talking about IMASA, of course, we're talking about UK, America. Those are the people behind the DA. So when they are calling for that early election, which means that is what these people, they want. And Julius Malema, according to his point of view, is like, no. We're not going to sit here and try to obey to what the DA is saying, because they have money, they have everything. And they're calling for the early election, while some of us, perhaps, we don't have money. And in that video, Malema had to remind people on how they've been fighting him, the EFF in general, trying to know, where is your money coming from? How do you guys get to survive? How do you run this party if you don't have any sponsorship? So, since Malema and the EFF, they don't have any sponsorship which comes from somewhere or somebody who send the money and say that, okay, you guys, I'm supporting you. When you have power, you do this and that. So Malema with his fighters, they've been trying to prepare themselves slow by slow to wait for 2024 so that they'll participate in this election. So they don't want things to be rushed. And proof to that, you can tell, they managed to have the 1 million. Now, 2023, obviously, they will send these people this 1 million in a mission, so that this 1 million can, by the end of 2023, perhaps it will be something like maybe 6 to 10 or 15 millions of people who will have to be in the EFF. So that is the reason why the EFF, they do not want to rush things. But in this video that you guys, you get to watch here, this is the man who had to go to speak to different people. Yesterday, he was on the other side of the country. Today, it was another side of the country, because he had to go and try to talk to these people for upcoming municipal election. And he had to remind voters from where they are coming and where they are. And he had to tell them, this does not make sense. How would you be voting a political party, the ANC, since 1994 up to today, yet there is no change? That was the question he had to ask his followers. How possible? How could you keep on voting the same party over and over, but yet you keep on complaining? So I want us to stop there a little bit and try to think together with you on this part. Because we all know you can't keep on complaining about the same service or same thing, yet you're still standing there. Like you are standing up on the fire. It is burning you, but you don't want to leave. So this become like an abusive marriage or relationship where you are being tortured, where you are being abused, yet you don't want to leave that relationship. No, I can't go because we have children together, because it's the father of my kid. No, if I go, my age is too far. What will people say? But don't you know that you're putting yourself at risk? Don't you understand that you are exposing yourself to a very big danger? That is now me saying according to my own understanding. But when you go back to the version of Julius Malema, he had just to question himself and everyone who were there. You keep on criticizing me. You keep on saying that Malema talked too much. Malema did that and that. But yet you still complaining. You don't have electricity, you don't have a job, you don't have water, you don't have roads, things are going down. And this has been happening for some times now. For example, when you say this,
Comrades, ke a tseba bongata ba tile mo, especially batho ba baholo ba tlabe ba re Malema re kopa dikipa, re fe dikipa. Ke yona ntho e le bolaileng yona eo ya dikipa yona eo. Ka ho rata dikipa. That's why today le sa sebetse ka ho rata dikipa. Ba le file skipa sa Mandela ka 1994. Mosebetsi dololo. RDP nothing. A o sebetse a ona ntlo skipa o stots. Ba o fa skipa sa Mbeki, ba so fe mosebetsi, ba so fe ntlo. Ba o fa skipa sa wa tlhoka re ke Pathanat. Till today a wa thola mosebetsi o thotse skipa. Today ba o file skipa sa motho wa nko e kima ke o. Before re bona sfatlo re bona nko mo skipeng. Ba le reka ka dikipa. Ba re ha re wa bua a re sebetse bana ba rena ba ile ko dikolong a re sebetse ba re nka skipa. Ape tšhelete re tholang ya modende e kenyana nka skipa. Ba le reka ka dikipa. Bana ba lena ba ka se sebetse dikipa. Bana ba lena, they will never go to school ka mara skipa. A re tloeleng o rata dikipa o feta future ya bana ba rena. Let us be obsessed with the future of the children of South Africa.
Now imagine how painful is that. Imagine how painful is that to see that you are going through a lot and the following day you have to go and vote. Yet you still have to go and vote the same party, the same people who failed you at first. So this, for me, it really makes sense when Malema says also that people, they should assume their own responsibility, because a lot of people now, they keep on playing victim. Oh, the ANC did that. Oh, Ramaphosa did that. But you are the one who voted them. You are the one who wake up from your bed, prepare yourself, go and queue. That day, almost the whole day, you fought for them. So, guys, I think this really makes sense to me. We should know what we want. If you're going to vote for a certain political party, go and vote with your own conscience. But don't come and complain tomorrow if it happened that you vote for this political party and tomorrow they win. Because what always happens most of the time is that when the people they win, you will celebrate, you'll do everything. But the following day, you come back and complaining. Oh, they're not delivering the service. Oh, they have done 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they've blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of things that we keep on saying each and every time. But do we also have a part to play? Do we also can say that we are ready to take the blame on our behalf for the mistake that we have committed, perhaps? So, guys, that's one I totally agree with him. But another point which I find very interesting is when he said that when he get to speak about the land, guys, you know, this problem of land without compensation, it's something very, very interesting. Because some people, you know, I was having a discussion with someone and they were like, Malema, stop too much. When Malema says land, look, and they're busy showing me people in Kaelisha how they had built those mukukus, those shacks. See, Malema, what Malema is causing. He's busy saying that people, they should take the land. Look how people are living now. Look how people are suffering. No, guys, don't misunderstood the message of Julius Malema on that part. Maybe it needs a little bit of education. People need to be educated so that they can get that to understand. When Julius Malema said our land is Africans, is South Africans, what does he really mean? Because when Julius Malema says that let's take our land back, he's not telling you that you should go somewhere where there's no electricity and water, just build a mukuku there and start living there. There is no toilet. The life condition does not even allow you. Then you just go and sit there. No. He's not either asking you that you should go and take illegal electricity in a very dangerous way. You install your nyoka everywhere, and you say that, no, we are just obeying what Malema have said. No. Guys, the land that Malema is talking about here, he explained even more about this.
Maburu, habalengela basadi. Bankile lefasi. Now ask yourself a question. Why bankile lefasi? Because lefasi is the beginning and the end. There is nothing you can do without land. Khosi Mataba, akarata, wetantotente, has na lefasi, there's nothing can do. Lewena, urna want to do IT. IT ewe how? Inyaka lefasi, moto beyond server thing. Without the land, you won't have a place to store your servers. The business here run on call faung, the plane, they need the land to land. Without the land, there's nothing you can do. Outama mo, mabura utela mo Colin mo, outena mo troponya Colin, ulubone libura le tsamaya. Ulu, how kopana le lona le walk liburu, uboli shift 10. Ulubone motama the land owner mo. The landlord. That's what land does. When how tama motropo, kaurauna lefasi, hauna RDP, utama kalekeke. How kabate naka shopo, wakira bar phone image. Phone immediately before when now fita. Ukena fela bar, hey, rebatana le phone, ushetu wakititler asinna.
The land Malema is talking about, it is a place where once you have it, you see your future within it. Look around you. All the Mulungus that you know, how many of them have you seen them working for another person? No, let's just be honest, like between us. How many of them have you seen they are working for someone, especially working for a black child? Nope. Instead, you find them, they are running their own business, they are having their own companies, they are having their land, which was, they took it like their grandfather possessed it by force. They did what they're supposed to do there, they invest on it, they turn it into a family business. Tomorrow they are no more alive, they are dead, and the child will come and take, tomorrow is the grandchild, just like that. All because they are having the land. Guys, when you're having a land, because the problem what is killing us also, we should talk the truth between us. We are so negligent. Yes, we want to make a quick money. We don't want to invest. We prefer to rent instead of us to buy a land, to buy a house. You find someone trying to go and buy a very expensive car or taking a car on credit, but yet he's still renting. What kind of mentality is that? Those are the things we should be thinking about. Because when you look the car that you are taking, that you want to show off on the road, who invented it? Your grandfather or your forefathers? Huh? No one. No one. So these people that are creating all these things, they invent all these things to come and seduce you with it, so that you take all your attention and give it to that and give up everything, give up your dignity, give up your land and everything. That's the reason why we are sleeping on the streets. People who knows the value of the land, you see the way they've been fighting about it? Because they know it's not something that belongs to them. So they are making sure that this law must not go through in the parliament. It must not pass, because the day this law will pass in the parliament, you find yourself somewhere there in KwaZulu-Natal with a very big empty field where you can come and say that, okay, fine, since I don't even have money to start farming or to build anything or whatsoever, I'm going to put it for rent. And trust me, these same people, they'll come to you, they'll start renting it to you. But you will be the owner. You can look at it, you say, okay, fine. Per month, here's the contract. I want someone to be paying me 250,000 rand. And we can sign a contract for 5 or 10 years. Per month, you are getting your money. And they can do whatever they want to do. Now, you go, you sit and relax. You take that your money. You now come up with an idea. Should I go and do the same things that this, my labor is doing? Or should I go and maybe start farming up chicken or maybe cows or to invest it in other something else? You can do that. Do you know why? Because you have the land. Now look around you. How many black people do you know that they do farm? How many black people do you know in your neighborhood, even in your life, knowing that this belongs to them? You see, from this corner to that corner there, it belongs to this person. How many people do you know? All this farming you see when you are traveling, going to Mpumalanga, to Limpopo, to any places, Free State especially, do you know who own it? So when Malema is talking about the land, that's what he meant to say. That is how they get to know the ownership of something. And he's not saying that he's going to take anything by force or what. No, he's saying the truth. These things belongs to somebody. These things, it was taken by force by somebody. And since then, the owner don't even have the right to say anything. All this empty field that you get to see all over alongside the road, go there, try to build even a small mukuk like this. Tomorrow you will see some people, they will come and they will break it and they'll give you the owning. They will tell you that you are building at someone's place. Who's that someone place? Van der, what, the villa, what. Now go and ask them, how did they possess that land? How did they have it? You're gonna find a long stories. They had planned everything. They put what they're supposed to put in the system. And quite a lot of things. Guys, whether we like it or not, on this point here, I totally agree with Julius Malema. When he's talking about the land, what he says, it really makes sense. If you have a vision, if you are a clever man or woman who's watching me right now, then you will understand. Guys, you can do a lot of things if you are having a land. So stop these things of saying that when Julius Malema said that our land, then we should go somewhere next to a suburb and start building mukukus. No. Instead, let us recruit ourselves, go somewhere where there's an empty, like maybe there's a farm or there's what. We go there, we possess it. Yes. You go there, you possess everything, and then when the police come or the court come and say like, no, as we want to know the so-called the owner, how did he find this place? How much did he pay for it? After they justify that land belongs to them, then that will be something else. Guys, you don't have an idea how many times they've been stopping black people from buying land. Sometimes you even go to your the king in your village, in your rural area. You go, you pay them, you buy them a whiskey, you give them everything. They give you the blessings and they show you that, okay, this is the place we are giving you. But just because that place is under the eye of these people who are busy looking after it and they know what could be the interest on it, tomorrow you go there, you find them telling that, no, not here. Go somewhere else. So this needs to stop. And for myself, I don't see the reason why we should agree. I mean, we should disagree with Malema on that part. So it is very important we keep that in mind. Also, still, he spoke about these things of people going to vote because of the t-shirt.
Not the love for the t-shirt. Dikipa ba tlo lefa, ba lefele di food parcel because ba concludile hore le rata dintho tsa no. You have nothing to do with the future. I don't live for now. I live for the future. Ebatako wena as a young person, Obabuchori, I don't see this t-shirt. I see the future because I've got a giraffe view. I can see that if I take this t-shirt now, I will be destroying the future of the unborn children of South Africa.
Time to time, myself, I've been telling you that that is one thing I know for sure. Politicians, when it's time for vote, they become very simple. They become very friendly. They'll show you the smile because they need your vote. But after they are done getting your vote, go back to them. Try to smile with them. Try to remind them perhaps that, look, I did vote for you. You'll see their reaction. Try even to greet them. Sometimes they are not even going to answer you. They'll look at you like, neighbor. And they'll pass you. So that's how politicians they are. So I like the fact that Malema had to remind people that they should not vote because of that. Instead, if they come, they give you something, whether it is amper, whether it is what, take it and eat it. Me also, I'm telling you, if someone come and give me something like, okay, no, here's something, recruit me 10 people or 20 people, here's something you can enjoy, I will take it. And once I eat inside, I'm going to choose whoever I feel like choosing. Or if I don't feel, I'm going to take it, but I'm not going to let it go. I'm not going to let it go. You give it to me, I take it. Because it is the state resource that these people have been stealing. You guys, you heard how Julius Malema spoke about the money, the grant money and pension money for the old people, that this money should be increased. Though in the parliament they keep on ignoring, saying that there is no money, but him is so convinced and even give the fact why he believe that there is a lot of money in the case of the government. He gave the example for the one of COVID-19. More than 3 million and something and billions of rands shows up, while we've been told all this time that there is no money. But all the suddenly the money shows up. The money shows up, and we saw how they split that money. This one is going to go to the Department of Health. This one is going to go to the Department of what. This one is going to go for this and that. The next things we start hearing how the COVID funds got stolen from some individuals. Some other people, they had used their identity as the people who are receiving these funds, but yet in their bank account they have not received a cent. Those people who were like registering during the COVID-19 lockdown, you register so that you'll be a beneficiary of this fund. And the next thing, they reject your application, just to find out that tomorrow there was someone who was busy taking those rejected application and taking the money from the government and put it somewhere, while on the side of the government they think that this money is there for you. And Malema said it very clear that no one have come and tell you what happened to that money. No one. And don't even expect that someone will come and tell you what happened to that money. Yes, I don't think so. I don't think so. So, there is money. And if it happened that they add more money on the 350, many people will be so happy. Because this 350 is nothing now in our days. What are you going to do with it? How can you be staying for the whole month just for you to receive 350? Can you buy it even a pencil? So obviously 350 is too small. And I definitely totally agree with him on that one. So yeah. But guys, he spoke about a lot of things, you know. For example, like when you say the ANC thinks that the ANC is no longer existing, the ANC is no longer the same, the ANC this and blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm not the ANC member, I'm not either the EFF member, so I'm not going to comment much about it, as we had vowed in this channel to do a lot of analysis to help you understand some of the things. But so on that part, I don't want to say much. Instead, I'll rather prefer to organize a debate if you believe that Malema is lying about what he said about the ANC, and you, if you believe Malema is right as he talk about the ANC, then you can come, we can organize an appointment, we make a debate where I had to ask you questions and tell us why you think that Malema is lying. On the other side, I'm going to ask you questions for you to tell us why you think that Malema is telling the truth. So I'm not going to debate much about it. But besides that, I believe I have covered the basic point which I wanted to discuss with you in this video. So guys, thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video until now. Before you leave, do me a favor, make sure that you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate, because that's what we do in this channel time to time. You know, we get to look on what is happening or what is trending on the day, and we sit down and try to do our best analytics about it. So I invite you to support us by liking this video and drop down your comment. Tell us also what you think about what we're doing, and suggest us with something that you feel like you can suggest for us. We'll really do appreciate that. So thank you so much. My name is Topsy Nyembe. For now, continue to be yourself, be good, be kind, have respect for everyone in order for you to be respected. May God bless you all. I'll see you again very soon. Ciao, ciao.